guys, welcome to episode 2A of the Backyard Beer Tastings. I thought I'd follow in the footsteps of my buddy beer coaster Toby and contribute a little tasting over here on the East Coast. So I thought, what better beer to kick off my beer tasting campaign than the Modern Times Black House Coffee Stout. So here we go. It is a year-round offering. Again, the brewery is Modern Times. You can visit them online at moderntimesbeer.com. They're out of San Diego, California. And yeah, year-round beer. I think they've been brewing since 2012. It looks like that's what Twitterverse is pointing to, and that's all I could find as far as their blog post went. So I'm thinking 2012. But yeah, so following the footsteps of Toby, he sent me this beer, so I thought that's the beer that I need to start off my beer tasting campaign with. So here we go. The Black House Modern Times. Got my old trusty treehouse glass here. Thought we'd be a little fancy since it's the my first have at this online beer tasting here. So give you some stats. Let's see. Not gonna get it all, but all right. The stats on this beer as I talk. Let me just talk like this. How's that? No, let's put it off to the side. All right. Stats on this beer are: it's an oatmeal stout. The ABV is 8.5. 8.5. Scratch that. Reverse it. 5.8. IBUs is 40. And yeah, it's a coffee stout. So on the pour, it's definitely dark brown. You can kind of see that. I'm not sure how my iPhone is showing this, but yeah, it's got some ruby highlights, maybe on the edge of the glass, but mostly dark brown. Got some nice, like a khaki lacing there. Pretty, not very fluffy, but it's got, you know, maybe like half a Yeti finger. Let's get a little in there. Get a nose here. Yeah, definitely getting some coffee. Oh, I should probably tell you a little bit more about the ingredients here. I'm skipping over all. It's my first time. All right, I'm a little nervous. So the ingredients are, let's see, I wrote them down. Yeah, here we go. 2-row kiln coffee malt, oats, pale chocolate malt, black malt, roasted barley, biscuit malt, and Crystal 60. They also brew this with 75% Ethiopian coffee and 25% Sumatran coffee. The cool thing also about this is that they actually roast their own coffee at the brewery, so they can, as they say, be extra picky about how well the coffee is included in the beer. The other thing I have to say that I noticed when I was looking at their website was, which is moderntimesbeer.com, is that with these year-round offerings, there's actually a link. There's a for those that brew, there's a software called Beersmith, and you can click. Beersmith is a software that you can use to figure out a recipe, and sometimes breweries are a little sneaky about. They don't want information to get out there about how they brew a certain beer, so they want to keep that close to the vest. But the cool thing about Modern Times beer, you can tell they don't mind getting the word out there about how they brewed this beer, exactly, you know, how they did it. So there's actually a link to Beersmith on their website from each one of their year-round offerings. So if I wanted to brew this beer, or at least attempt to brew this beer, it's linked right on their website, which is very cool. So hey, cheers to you guys for letting that happen. So, all right. I think that's all the ingredients. All right, back to where I was. Where was I? Just did the pour. Oh, a little spill there. All right, on the nose. Yep, definitely that coffee. Almost getting a little bit of like that sweet, like maybe, is that like caramel or like toffee? Almost like a Werther's original almost. Some vanilla. Yeah. Some vanilla, some sweetness, maybe some like, I don't know, some milk sugars are in there, maybe. All right. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Hmm. Now it's an oatmeal stout, but it's pretty light. I mean, it is only 5.8 ABV, but this is nice. This is an excellent beer. I like this. I drink black coffee, so something that's like this is really up my alley. It's kind of actually now that I'm tasting it again, and excuse me while I taste it again. It When I get iced coffee, I usually just go black. Black iced coffee, no cream, sugar, anything. I drink my regular coffee black as well, but it has that black coffee taste. I can tell that they definitely, close attention to detail in terms of how they added this to the beer, how they added their coffee to the beer. Um, Probably my guess is a cold brew when they added it. Has a lot of flavor. I mean, this is only 5.8%, but there's a lot of, um, I mean, I'm going to say bitter coffee, which some people may say, well, that doesn't sound good. But for someone like me that drinks black coffee, this is good. This is has that bitter coffeeness that I enjoy. Um, but it has, like I said, there's more sweetness on the nose than it is on the mouthfeel, and it's light. 5.8%, very drinkable. Nice roastiness, bringing it back beer coaster style. Um, yeah, nice. A lot of coffee flavor, but not so heavy. You think stout, you think it's going to be heavy, but this is uh, pretty drinkable for, pretty sessionable for like a stout. There is a little bit of sweetness on the back end. There's like just kind of a nice balanced bitterness from the coffee, but that sweetness is, uh, yeah, like you get that vanilla that you got on the nose a little bit, um, almost like maybe a little like marshmallowy. Is that right? I mean, no one's gonna argue with me. I'm drinking this by myself, so but that's what I think. It's got that toffee sort of like a little bit of the subtle sweetness. Everything's very subtle about this beer, which is nice. Uh, it's not too over the top roasty. It's not too um, heavy stout wise. It's not too overly sweet, but I like it. It's light, and unfortunately, we don't get Modern Times beer in Connecticut, so uh, I'll have to have just Toby send me out some more. So yeah, overall, I think this is a very well balanced beer. If you like coffee stouts, I would recommend trying it. If you like something that's a little bit more full bodied, this is probably not your thing. But this is, again, nice, light, drinkable, 5.8%. It's like I said, it's very frighteningly close to what iced coffee kind of tastes like. So I wouldn't recommend starting your day with one of these, but you could maybe pick a lazy Saturday or a lazy Sunday. Maybe you're watching some football and you just want to relax and you want to just kind of, maybe it's not noon yet and you want to have it. So you can do one of these. So pairings, food pairings. This is going to be probably a funny pairing, but since I just kind of talked about maybe having one of these in the morning, let's pair this with brunch. Let's get some nice, some poached eggs and some bacon, English muffin, maybe some home fries, maybe some hollandaise sauce if you got some. Um, and yeah, pair some Modern Times Black House with a little bit of a brunch. Why not, right? I would definitely recommend getting it if you're in the San Diego area. We don't get it out in Connecticut, but I would definitely recommend giving this a try. If you are a fan of iced coffee, it's pretty drinkable. Oh, and I forgot to add in my ratings there. So our beer coaster scale is 1 to 5, 1 to 5 pints. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this a 3.5. Again, it's light, very drinkable. When you think coffee stout, you probably think it's going to be a little heavier, but I like it. I could have a bunch of these, and it won't weigh you down, which is good. So yeah, 3.5 for me, Beer Coaster Tony. Other stats that I wrote down here somewhere. Here we go. Modern Times Beer Black House. The Beer Advocate users rate this an 89, and Untapped, out of 18,356 check-ins, 3.93. So there you have it. Modern Times Beer Black House Coffee Stout. Cheers.